Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing Vanessa's nails and we're doing this kind of like dark academia vibe, which is very much inspired by the ACOTAR books, which I have forced her to read. I've been making my way through all of the books. I'm on the last one that's currently available, so A Court of Silver Flames. I'm about halfway through. And Vanessa, I think she's into the third one at this point. But anyways, so the set is loosely inspired by that, all those vibes and feelings, but like kind of dark academia vibes. So that's what we're doing. Starting off with prep, just removing the last set down to her builder layer, and then going in and pushing back the cuticles and using the little nib bit to get everything off the nail plate and then lift up that cuticle, the skin, to make it easier to nip off. It also will expose any dry skin, so you know what you should be nipping. So I just do that in forward motion on the left side of the cuticle area, and then I switch it to reverse and I do it on the right side of the cuticle area. There are ways that you can keep it all in one direction and go all the way around, and I have done that in the past, but I do find I like the effects more of just going back and forth from side to side. So then we're going through and nipping off that cuticle. Vanessa doesn't have very much dry, dead skin, so there's never too much to nip, but getting off what we can before getting into filing. We're doing a shape change today, so taking down the length a little bit, but not too much, and then going into kind of like a almondy, veering on soft stiletto type of vibe. Vanessa's nails are super easy to file. They're like annoyingly perfect. So they shape up really, really nicely. Everything kind of grows quite evenly, so you can see how beautiful they look after being filed. So I'm just going through, doing that, and then we're going in. I'm also speeding through prep today because you guys have seen me do it a million times, but I'm going with the sanding band on a low speed and going over the natural nail, and just doing this very, very gently, very gentle touch before turning the e-file up and then going over everything again. I just turn it up, not that much. It really depends on your e-file, but then I just go over the gel part to kind of smooth everything out. If there's any colored gel from the last set, then I just get that off with the drill bit as well, the sanding band. So just going over everything. And then I'm not filming too much of this today because I forgot to remove the black towel underneath, so the white balance is all crazy. But I'm using the Nail Thoughts Clear Base, and I'm using that as my little builder action. So I'm not applying a base coat first. This is a base and a builder all in one. I'm just going in, applying a slip layer, and then grabbing a bead of the product and kind of filling that back section. And then I use a little liner brush to get everything as sorted as I possibly can before curing, so then I have a lot less filing to do in the end. And speaking of filing, I'm just going over and refining the shape a little bit, smoothing everything out, making sure the apex is in the right place, making sure we don't have any wobbly sidewalls, and that the cuticle area goes flush. You know, the usual. And I'm using the Diami 150 grit file. I used to use the 180 grit a ton, and then I started using the 150 grit, and I prefer it. It just gets the job done a little bit quicker. Sometimes I do have to be a little bit light-handed with it because I don't want to file away too much, and you know, you can go file crazy sometimes. And then I'm just going over with the buffer and smoothing everything out, and then on occasion grabbing the file and going over any spots that I think need a little bit more filing that I discover once I've buffed. Now I'm using that same Nail Thoughts base. I prefer like a smooth surface when I'm applying color, so I'm using that same Nail Thoughts base. I'm just applying a thin coat to all the nails and then curing. It is a really, really nice product. I use a lot of it because I do use it to build on most clients. Because it's a semi-hard gel and it's a soak off, so it's really got the best of everything, and it's super flowy, so it's really nice to work with. And then I can also use it as a base coat, so it's eliminating the need for a lot of products, which is great. I'm just applying the Gel Balls Au Naturel, and then I'm going in with this Mayo color, which is like a really deep red syrup gel. The Au Naturel nude color, I'm going to apply 2 coats, but with this color I'm going to apply 3, so we get a really deep, deep red. But I'm going to show you all 3 coats, which usually I would skip, but just because I love watching this color build up, it's so beautiful. And lots of people have preferences in how you apply a syrup gel. Some people like short little strokes. Some people like long, complete nail covering strokes, but it just depends, I find, also on the brand. Not all syrup gel is made equally. So that's important to keep in mind, but just like experiment and find what works best for you. I don't know my preferred method here. Just going at it. And then I'm applying the gel bottle all-in-one builder here. And then the Jinbei gum, Ivy Fix gum gel. So the Ivy Fix gum gel, I think I've spoken about it once before, but when you cure it for like 30 seconds, it actually makes the surface just really sticky. And so you can apply charms and you can still move them around and stuff, and then you overlay them to lock them in. So that's what I'm doing here. So there's no actually wet gel on the nail, it's just the sticky base. And I'm using the pearls and the caviar beads. The only thing I would say is the caviar beads don't hold their place quite as well as the pearls do. You're best to use items that have a little bit more surface, because when you start overlaying it, the caviar beads wanted to wiggle around a bit. But I am just overlaying with the Ivy Fix gel as well, but like not the gum gel. But here I am applying the gum gel again. The gum gel can also be used as a foil transfer gel, which is one of the reasons why I got it. My foil gel, I don't know, she wasn't very good. So I got it for that, and then I also started using it for this purpose because it's so handy. I don't use it all the time. A lot of the time I'll just like throw things on a nail, but if I'm laying, like, if I'm not just popping a charm on or a couple stones or whatever, I'm laying something out, then I like to use this because I get to like preview it all before I'm like curing anything down. And then again, going in with that Jinbei Ivy Fix and just going over everything. Now, where I've been applying the gel bottles all-in-one builder, that is where I'm going to be doing isolated chrome. So if you've seen me applying that, and when I briefly mentioned it, I didn't give much time to talk about it. I'm applying that because you can wipe that off really well, and then you can do isolated chrome on top of that without the chrome sticking. But over the past little bit, I've been noticing it sticking more. And it could just be a change in environment here, but I've started buffing it as well, just to make sure everything really, chrome's not sticking at all. And that's been helpful. So you'll see me do that in this video as well. Then I'm just going in with the McCart rhinestone glue, and we're doing a little golden pearl necklace, which is so cute. I've done so many of these now and I really love them. Just such a simple but beautiful thing. And yes, these are made using individually placed beads. I get a lot of confusion amongst my clients because they think I have like this like chain that I'm just applying, but no, these are all laid out by hand, which isn't annoying. It's time consuming a little bit, but it's not tedious or anything. I've been flash curing and adding another strand of the necklace. That rounder of caviar beads I got in Japan. And I love it. I use those rounders so much. I'm almost out of one of my silver rounders, but thankfully I had the foresight to buy two. I'm just creating a little pearl charm there. And I've done the same thing on this nail. I'm just not showing you that same process again. But I'm going in with that red color that we used for the solid nails. I'm just drawing out a heart here. This is going to be a nail where I'm going to do more isolated chrome. So I'm doing the first layer of it in red and perfecting the shape, and then I'm going to go back in with another layer as well. And then with that same red, I'm doing a little heart as a hanging charm from that necklace. I'm using some of these handy little glitter star stickers. I know I've sung the praises of these stickers a million times at this point, but I really, really, really do like them. They're so helpful. They speed up the process. They're so crisp and clean. And my clients are like all about it. And then I'm just going in with a layer of clear gel just to cap in those stickers. You can go right in with a top coat if that's where you're finishing off the nail, but I would recommend a thicker top coat or double layering it. So I use the Mayo Long Base Gel or whatever the name of that gel is. It'll be in the description bar. And then I'm going to go over with top coat after that. But here I'm just drawing a little green circle and curing that, and then I'm using that Macart rhinestone gel and I'm going over top of all my hard work to make sure nothing turns color when my client's wearing it, nothing wears down, everything stays put. Now, because I'm about to start some isolated chrome, I am going to top coat all the things I can top coat. Anything that's done, I'm top coating just to avoid any cross contamination of gold glitter. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then I'm just adding a bit of 3D on top of that clear heart on top of the top coat. And I'm using this little Favori green chrome to make that, or green alcohol ink to make that little green orb glowy. And now I'm using the Diami Silly Jello, which I absolutely love for doing isolated chrome. It really stays put, especially on a matte surface. You can really see it. So I know you can actually see this as I'm drawing out this little kind of shape. It's really, really helpful. You feel like you're, I don't know. There are some products that you actually can't see while you're drawing them up. I think because this has a little bit of texture to it, it's a little bit of a stiffer product, that you can see what you're doing. I'm using my dotting tool going around that heart. Yeah, definitely having the buff surface, that definitely makes it easier to see because you catch the shine of the Silly Jello on the matte surface. So I'm doing a little flaming heart situation here, which I love. I'm thinking of doing something similar to this set, not super similar, but a flaming heart set for my wedding nails. That'd be very cute. So you can see I'm going over that with the Diami Gold Chrome and it looks beautiful. Like, look how nice that is. And you can see that the chrome's not really sticking where it shouldn't be. And this is the Young Nails Gloss Gel. I'm almost out of my tub of this. I need to get some more. But I like using it to cap in chrome. And same thing, Silly Jello here. I'm just going around that green shape. And then once that's cured, I'm going in with the gold chrome again. It's so beautiful. I'm doing a little dollop of clear gel in the center to really make that orby. And then once that's fully cured in the light, I'm going over with that same Young Nails Gloss Gel. I actually almost forgot this nail. I'm doing a little moon here in the corner. So I am combining gold chrome moon with chrome stickers, which look totally fine. But here we have it, the finished product. I hope you guys like this set. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.